Hello, everybody. I hope all is well, that all of you guys are still keeping the faith. Today, I just want to talk briefly about Operation Mockingbird. For those of you that do not understand or never heard of Operation Mockingbird, Operation Mockingbird is something that I want you to do research on in this time of the coronavirus epidemic. The reason is because when Operation was created, it was a organization created to control the news media, some to control what we hear, to disform, to give out disform information to the public in order to create panic, fear, in order to what create some type of control. That's what I learned from Operation Mockingbird. But when you read it and do your own research, you may get your own formulated opinion or perception of what the operation was. So, therefore, what I'm trying to say and get the point across is that we got to lean not on our own understandings and not fear, but lean on our faith at times like this. Yes, that may be easier said than done, but if you've been doing the journey of being a targeted individual, you're learning how to lean on your faith. Should be at the standpoint where fear right now cannot control your mindset. With that being said, so back to Operation Mockingbird, I feel like with the coronavirus, with the tactics of saying it's killing, it's killing, it's killing. Yes, that is a true statement, but you still can't put fear into you because behind this, something is coming, you guys, bigger than that. We got to look at why is this being pushed so hard in the news. Yes, is to create safety, but at the also is being implemented to push some type of agenda. Let's be honest with ourselves. As targeted individuals, we have learned to be isolated to gain, to try to have self control, right? A lot of, they can't do it to everybody. You ever sit back and say, why is there so many people that's being targeted? Because it was like, we're going to do little by little to see how we can control people, and we was the test dummies. So now let's do this. Now that we done did a couple of test dummies and showed how fear can implement control, so now let's do this pandemic virus and implement control so that we don't have to push martial law, right? Because now they have the rights to tell you guys to sit your behinds down and stay in the house. So you gotta walk by faith and not by sight, and stop looking at what's going on around you and try to figure out what is happening. I feel it's political. I feel it is spiritual, political, because this will have control over a lot of things, meaning pushing vaccines, pushing medical supplies, pushing financial increase, decrease in certain areas, right? Because now you guys will have to comply to what they're asking you because of fear has taken over. So this is what you do: put them in a state of fear, and then guess what? It's going to be easier to manipulate. That's just my opinion. It's not all facts. It's just my stated opinion. You come up with your own theory. Spiritual, because I feel like it's a test from God. Do you trust me? Do you not? Are you the ones that's sitting there running to the stores and not trusting me when I say go, go? When I say the light is green, it's green? Are you the one that's saying the light is red, but I gotta go because everybody else is going? I can't live my life like that. Are you the ones that's walking by sight and not faith, sitting there watching the news, and you're panicking and you in fear, like, oh my gosh, I'm just gonna. No, you can't live your life like that. We gotta live without the state of mind that something's gonna happen. Always claim your victory in the end, and never claim that something's going to happen. That's just my theory. But with that being said, start looking at people around you. That's how you will know who is for you and who is against you. That's how you will know what who is a true believer in God and who is not. You will know the fake ones from the real ones. For instance, during this coronavirus epidemic, my son was graduating this year, you guys. A lot of venues that I have put together for prom, because in our family, I think in our culture, period, prom is a big accomplishment. Like some people celebrate sweet 16s, um, quinceañeras, and stuff like that. Our thing is prom. Okay, so I started getting venues, I started getting vendors. Some vendors were so willing to help and just say, you know what this is going on, let me refund you your money. But let me tell you one vendor that I want to talk about. The main vendor, that it was a limousine company called Ego Limousine. The main company, this company was the one I was like, praise God and bless this, right? So I felt comfortable, like, oh my goodness, this is going to be a good company. But you got to look at things. I'm laughing because you got to look at people like that that's so quick to say bless and praise God in prayer, because they try to distract you with those words and make you think that because I use those words, those are trigger words to indicate that I'm a good person. So that's why you got to look through it, because that was the only company out of all the other companies that I used, you guys, that is not willing to say through this hard times, whatever, I will refund your money or make accommodations. They was nasty when it came to the end. And I was like, that's on you. God is going to get you in return. Like, y'all can't play with God's people like that, right? He became really nasty. But in the beginning, when he was taking our money, this company, this limousine company, was so like, oh, thank you, bless you, everything's going to be good, and I can't wait, I'm excited for your son to go to prom. Okay, it did. So when this all broken out on the 13th of March, the company called, like, I don't know what you're going to do, but a lot of people are counseling. Are you counseling too? At this time, you guys, I didn't know what was going on. So I'm like, hold on, I'm gonna call you back. So I called back and I was like, yeah, look like we got to cancel, or let's just hold on to my reservation and put it on another date. And when they give us a further date and when they reschedule the prom date, this lady gonna say, you guys, oh, if we move it to another date, it's still not a guarantee you're going to get the date, and it's not a guarantee, and we're not going to give you your money back. I said, well, why is that? If you already have my money, just move it to another date. Well, I can, but once you tell me the date, you got to hope somebody doesn't already have that date, because if not, it's first come, first serve, and we're not going to refund your money back. I said, well, this is not my fault. This is considered the clause that's called an act of God. Under that clause, it says a contract can be broken. I'm not breaking my contract. It's out of my control. So that was like 2 weeks ago. So finally, we got the notification that my son's school was not going to be open. Okay, they're going to try to do virtual schooling. Unfortunately, that's another topic, but we're going to just keep this in topic on hand about discernment, about don't let people, just because they say I pray for you, and be blessed, that they really people of God. So long story short, I called a person. I talked to one of the guys. I said, yeah, so it looks like we're not going to have prom, so I'm going to have to cancel. Please give me my options. What can I do? He says, call me back. I need to talk to my manager. I said, okay. So I'll wait another like 2 days. I don't like calling people right back. So I'll call back in 2 days. And I said, hi, it's me again. I just want to know the options. Are you guys, what can we do? Remember I called? Oh, yeah, I'm on lunch. Call me back. I promise you this is what's happening. The same man that says he's prayer and everything's going to be okay type of guy, right? Okay. And so he said, well, call me back like in 45 minutes. So I said, I'll give you like 2 hours. I called him back in 2 hours. The phone just kept ringing. So I said, wow. And I told my friend, I said, they just not answering now. He said, no, they're playing games with you, because why they got to keep telling you to call you back? They need to tell you they're keeping your money or not, so you can know your budget. Long story short. So I said, well, let me call from a different number. Call from a different number. Lord and behold, the same man that said, call him back in 45 minutes. When I called him back in 2 hours, he answered. And so I go, see, so are you playing games? My voice got elevated. I said, you don't do people like that. When you was taking my money, sir, you was so pleasant. Now you keep telling me to call me back with no answer. You feel you don't have the right to tell me what you're going to do. Are you keeping my money? Are you not? What's going on? And he going to say, I'm so disappointed in how you're talking to me. I didn't use no cuss words, no nothing like that. Didn't call him out his name. I said, I'm disappointed in how you run your business. It's unprofessional. It's unethical. You're not giving nobody answers. You owe us answers. It's more than one person that's involved. It's a whole party of people. I'm disappointed in you and this, and no, I'm not giving your money back. I said, that's all you had to say. I said, you know what? If it's that serious, you can have to keep that money because I don't know what's going on. Then he goes, well, it's because if I refund you my money, your money, I can't refund everybody their money. Then we'll be out of business. Then say that. It's lack of communication, sir. I'm a godly woman. If you say that to me, I'm the type of person that's going to be like, I understand God's going to replace it. It's not that serious. But to me, for you to be the person that's out there, God bless. Prayer for you. More than me, you guys. It's not about what you say. It's about what you do. It's about how you live your life. I don't go to everybody and say, bless you, pray your name. You know, like I don't have to. I'm assured in my actions. And that's all I was trying to make the point of the story, not to bash the company, but to give you guys an example of when God give you discernment, you got to see who's real and who's fake. There's a lot of people that's going to say, bless you. A lot of people say, I'm going to pray for you, but are they really have good intention? Are they trying to walk in a godly manner? Everybody's not perfect. I'm not perfect. I will never sit there and say, I am the cleanest person on earth. You know, I mean, meaning like when I say spiritually, I mess up sometimes. I might cuss you out sometimes when I get angry, but I'll try to get anger control. But the moral of the story is through this hard times, we have to lean on our faith, our understandings, and you have to pay attention to people's actions so that you can know who is for God and who is against God. Because a lot of people will say bless you and they really not trying to bless you, okay? Like in this time of need, I'm going through stuff too, but I'm still trying to figure out who in my circle needs help. If I can help them, I'm willing to help. And I hope you guys are doing the same thing. You're not in there grabbing 12 cases of toilet paper when your neighbor's like, dang, there's no more toilet paper at the store. Let me tell you how deep this is. One of the guys that's supposed to be a perp, a stalker in this time of need, I'm like looking like, do you need anything? You know, like I don't care if you're a stalker. This is my time to let you know you guys are not in control. God is in control. Even my mom worked for a safety company, and I know for a fact this guy's a stalker, you guys. She was like, here, if you see that man, give him some gloves and give him like a facial mask, right? This is a stalker, right? Because she gets all this stuff from her job. She buys packets. This, and you know, and this man gave us, and in return, this guy gave us a roll of paper towel. So I hope this changed his mind to know like these are really good people. That what they're saying about them doesn't match. So this is your time to shine too. I know it's hard dealing with the stalking and dealing with people going against you, but this is your time to shine because you already won. Because you already knew how to stay in the house. You already knew that something was coming. You already know conspiracies are just not conspiracies, right? So long story short, I just wanted to put that on your mind, let you guys know everything's going to be okay. Don't stress. Don't freight. I think I said that wrong. Don't have fear. Forgive me for my words. My family is from the South. We do not say things correctly, but in the end, we're like, you know what I meant. But long story short, that's all I wanted to bring to your attention. That everything is going to be okay. Yes, when people say, do you know anybody who has it? We actually know somebody that was determined to have the coronavirus. So it's not a fake thing. We just got to figure out, God, what are you doing? What's going on? What are you trying to tell me? What I got out of it is that God is trying to tell you is more, we was too wrapped up in ourselves, wrapped up in technology. We wasn't wrapped up in family and caring for each other like we used to. So he has to do things to get our attention. And unfortunately, it has to be bad things to get our attention. Like I feel like just like us being targeted, too many of us was against each other. Too many of our own families was against each other, right? So through this time, it scared people to the point where people start loving each other again. People start trying to look out for each other again. And I hope they keep that same energy and learn from this because now family members are at home together, stuck and bored. So they're sitting there finding what they can do as a family, as a unit, not as an individual. You're reaching out to people more, talking. I was on a virtual call with a couple of friends that I haven't even seen in years, haven't even spoken to in years because I was just like, I assumed this friend was a target, probably was, excuse me, a perp, probably was. But in this time, it make you overlook all of that and be like, it is what it is. Right. So we did a virtual call with a couple of other people within the call, and we Skyped, or whatever you want to call it, and talk to each other to try to get through this. And I hope that's what you guys are seeing as a message to everything. And also, unfortunately, It's a distraction to things too. It's an agenda. So you just got to sit back and figure out what the agenda is, but keep your faith. Remember, you got to walk by faith and not by sight. Lean not on your own understanding. Just sit back and say, God, I pray for wisdom, protection, and discernment to understand who is for you and who is against you. That's all. I'm not going to keep rambling at